Hey guys, so today I want to talk about 6 items that I highly recommend bringing if you plan to do the Camino de Santiago, regardless of what Camino you plan to do, if you are a highly sensitive person or introvert, or maybe both, like me. So there's 6 items that I wanted to mention, and the first one is of course earplugs. I think this is a no-brainer, but I used to never travel with earplugs, and now I find, maybe it's because I have a very noise-sensitive boyfriend, but I find that in situations when people are snoring in the albergues, you're in a room with maybe 20 people, somebody's going to snore, somebody's going to make some noise. This will help you get a better night's sleep and not be so irritable if you're listening to noise all night. Second thing has to do with our senses as well, is maybe an eye mask. So depending on what time you plan to get up on your Camino, you might be an early riser, but if you're not and you plan to sleep till maybe 6:30, 7 or so, there will be a lot of people getting up, at maybe 5:30 in the morning, and you may want this eye mask to block out any light and again be able to get a better night's sleep. So these 2 things help us to be able to go inward in an environment when we might be surrounded by other people. The third thing is something that has a pleasant and grounding scent. So as you might imagine, sometimes the albergues can be a little bit stinky, although I must say not as bad as I originally thought they would be. But I brought this Tiger Balm. It's an Ayurvedic Tiger Balm for aches and pains from India. And I like this because, one, it does help to relieve some of my pain. Every night when before I go to bed, when I arrive at the albergue, I give myself a little massage my legs, my knees, my feet with some Tiger Balm and coconut oil. And it has a pleasant scent as well. Obviously, you might want to be mindful of those around you. Not everybody wants to smell your scents, just like you don't want to smell theirs. But Tiger Balm, or if you have a favorite essential oil, maybe bringing one of those tiny, tiny containers. Don't pack bottles of oils. You want to keep your pack light. But something that's grounding, something that makes you feel at home can be really useful, just to kind of ground and center ourselves. Fourth thing, it would be headphones. I actually have not used these very much. I'm not much of a music person when it comes to hiking. I prefer to listen to the sounds of nature. However, I have noticed that some of the other pilgrims put their earphones in while they're journaling in the evenings, and I think people are less likely to disturb you when they think that you're occupied with music or something. So this is one thing. I haven't used them as much, but I think for a lot of people it's a must-have. You can decide if that's right for you. Oh, number 5, something soft and comfy. I have this North Face fleece that, cold evenings, cold mornings has kept me nice and warm, but it's also provided just a sense of comfort. I am kind of sensitive to different fabrics, and I don't like being in uncomfortable stuff all day or night. So I have a really soft pair of leggings. I have this fleece, and it makes me feel nice and cozy and at home. And then the last thing would be a journal. This one is a little bit large for your Camino. I'm writing a lot during this one, so I'm sort of glad I brought this one, but it's a little bit heavy. If you can, bring a smaller journal that's more lightweight, and paperback as well, and then maybe practice writing very small. But I find that a journal is really useful as a highly sensitive person and as an introvert, because I want to get some of my thoughts out, and I feel like I have so much going on in my mind throughout the day that if I don't record it somewhere, either through these videos or through voice recording or my journal, I'm just gonna lose all of these amazing memories. And I also find that my creativity is sparked pretty significantly as I'm hiking, and so I make an effort to write in my journal in the evenings as soon as I get to the albergue, so I don't lose some of the ideas and thoughts that I want to carry with me. So those are 6 things that I recommend that you bring if you are a highly sensitive person or introvert, or maybe just if you're an everyday regular person and you don't fit on that spectrum in that way, those are 6 items I recommend. If you have any other thoughts to add and what you would suggest bringing if you're an introvert or a sensitive person, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. And also feel free to reach out to me at my website at melissanoelrenzi.com. You can always email me if you have questions about the Camino Primitivo or about introversion, anxiety, any of those things. I'm there. Buen Camino.